You know that feeling when you want a healthy dinner but have zero energy to cook, especially with food allergies or dietary restrictions making every recipe a gamble. But what if Mediterranean dinners could be the easiest, most forgiving weeknight meals you've ever made without special ingredients or hours in the kitchen? There's one swap here that makes these dishes come together in under 30 minutes while keeping all the bright, bold flavors you love. Stick with me through this lineup because each recipe is designed to solve a different busy night problem, from quick prep to minimal cleanup. Whether you're feeding picky eaters, avoiding dairy or gluten, or just trying to get something fresh on the table after work, these ideas actually work for real life. Think creamy hummus bowls, crispy roasted veggies, savory baked fish, and fresh salads that taste like sunshine. And I promise you will not miss the cheese or the wheat once you see what takes their place. So let's dive into this collection of easy Mediterranean dinners that make busy weeknights feel a little simpler and a lot more delicious. Let's start with a bowl of Greek lemon chicken soup that feels like a cozy hug after a long day. This is perfect for busy weeknights because it comes together in one pot without much fuss. You simply simmer chicken, orzo, and a few aromatics in a light broth until everything is tender. A bright squeeze of lemon and a little whisked egg give it that creamy, tangy finish without any heavy cream. The whole thing is ready in about 30 minutes, which makes it a lifesaver when you're short on time. For a dairy-free version, you can skip the egg and add extra lemon and a splash of oat milk instead. It's one of those meals that feels nourishing and restorative, like a warm blanket on a cool evening. Next up, we have a dinner that brings the bright flavors of the coast straight to your kitchen. Now picture a sheet pan loaded with salmon fillets and colorful veggies, all roasted to perfection. This dish works beautifully for busy nights because it requires almost no hands-on time and minimal cleanup. You arrange the salmon and chop zucchini, bell peppers, and cherry tomatoes on a single pan. A quick drizzle of olive oil, a sprinkle of oregano and garlic, and everything roasts together in the oven. In about 20 minutes, you get flaky fish and caramelized vegetables that taste like a sunny afternoon. Feel free to swap the salmon for cod or even chickpeas if you want a vegetarian twist. The combination of tender fish and sweet roasted veggies makes every bite feel satisfying and light. Now let's move on to a hearty dish that's packed with plant-based protein and bold Mediterranean spices. This one-pot chickpea and spinach stew is exactly what you want when you need something warm and filling fast. It's ideal for hectic evenings because it uses pantry staples and comes together in under 30 minutes. Start by sautéing onion and garlic in a generous glug of olive oil until fragrant. Then add canned chickpeas, diced tomatoes, and a pinch of cumin and smoked paprika for depth. Let it simmer for a few minutes before stirring in a handful of fresh spinach until it wilts. For extra protein, you can toss in some cooked chicken or keep it vegan, as is. The rich, smoky broth, paired with tender chickpeas, makes this stew feel like a heartwarming hug in a bowl. Coming up next is a crispy golden skillet dish that brings the flavors of the Greek islands right to your table. This list of 18 Mediterranean dinners is packed with ideas you can actually use on a busy night. Which one would you try first? Maybe the lemon herb chicken or the quick chickpea stew? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear what sounds good to you. And if you're cooking for someone with food allergies or specific dietary needs, let me know that too. Your comment helps other viewers find the recipes that work for them. While you're here, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next roundup. There's plenty more where these came from. Keep watching for more easy meal ideas coming up next. Imagine a bowl with golden pan-fried halloumi cheese sitting on a bed of fluffy quinoa and crunchy vegetables. This is a brilliant weeknight dinner because it comes together in about 20 minutes and needs just one pan. You cook the quinoa while you slice the halloumi into thick slabs and sear them until crispy on both sides. Toss the warm quinoa with chopped cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, and a simple lemon vinaigrette. Then top it all with the sizzling halloumi and a sprinkle of fresh mint or parsley. If you need a dairy-free swap, try crispy tofu cubes marinated in lemon and oregano instead of the halloumi. The salty, squeaky cheese against the fresh veggies and tangy dressing creates a perfect melody of textures. Let's keep the Mediterranean vibe going with a pasta dish that's simple, saucy, and ready in a flash. This Mediterranean white bean impasta skillet is a one-pan wonder that saves you both time and dishes. It's perfect for busy evenings because it combines protein-rich beans with pasta in a savory tomato sauce. Start by sautéing garlic and red pepper flakes in olive oil, then stir in canned white beans and crushed tomatoes. Add your favorite short pasta and enough water or broth to cook it directly in the skillet. In about 15 minutes, the pasta absorbs all that herby, garlicky goodness and the beans add a creamy bite. Swap the white beans for canned lentils if you want an even peppier flavor and texture. Every forkful is comforting and filling, yet still feels light and fresh thanks to the bright sauce. Now let's wrap up with a cool, crunchy dish that's perfect for those nights when you don't want to turn on the oven. These no-cook Mediterranean stuffed peppers are a refreshing change of pace for busy weeknights when you crave something light and fast. They work beautifully because they require zero heat and come together in just 10 minutes. You simply halve bell peppers and scoop out the seeds to create little edible bowls. Fill them with a mix of canned tuna or chickpeas, chopped olives, diced red onion, and a big dollop of hummus. A squeeze of lemon and a sprinkle of sumac or paprika add a bright, tangy finish. For a vegan version, use mashed white beans instead of tuna and double up on the hummus. The crunchy pepper against the creamy, briny filling makes each bite feel like a mini vacation to the coast. And with that refreshing bite, we're ready to move into the heart of the video, where we'll explore even more quick Mediterranean dinners that make weeknights feel effortless. Let's keep things fresh and easy with Mediterranean tuna stuffed avocados. These come together in 5 minutes flat, so they're perfect for those nights when you want dinner without turning on the stove. You just mash a ripe avocado, mix in a can of tuna, and add chopped cucumber, red onion, and a squeeze of lemon. A little olive oil, salt, and oregano bring all those bright, savory flavors together. Spoon the mixture right back into the avocado halves for a pretty, low-fuss presentation. If you're dairy-free, skip the feta or use a dairy-free version. Either way, it's full of protein and healthy fats. People love this because it feels light but still satisfying, like a mini vacation in a bowl. Next up is a warm, Mediterranean-inspired stew that's basically a hug in a pot. This one-pot lemon herb chicken and rice is the kind of dinner you'll make on repeat. It's a complete meal in a single skillet, so cleanup is almost non-existent after a busy day. Start by searing chicken thighs until golden, then set them aside while you saute garlic and onions. Add rice, chicken broth, lemon juice, and dried oregano, then nestle the chicken back in and let it simmer. The rice soaks up all that lemony, herby goodness, and the chicken turns fork tender. You can swap the rice for cauliflower rice to keep it lower carb, or use bone-in thighs for even more flavor. Everyone at the table will ask for seconds, and you'll feel like a weeknight hero. Coming up, a Mediterranean twist on a classic comfort bowl that's completely plant-based. If you're loving this collection of Mediterranean dinners, you'll find even more support at www.healthybitestribe.com. That's our online home for allergy-friendly, restriction-friendly cooking that actually tastes great. You can use the AI recipe generator to create custom meals based on what you have in your fridge. The meal planner helps you organize your week so you're never stuck wondering what to cook. And you can save all your favorite recipes from this video and others into your own digital cookbook. Sharing recipes with friends or family is super easy too. It's all designed to make healthier eating feel simple and doable. Head over and start exploring. It's completely free to join. This Mediterranean lentil and sweet potato bowl is hearty enough to win over even the most committed meat lovers. It's an easy, one-dish meal that preps beautifully for busy weeks ahead. Roast sweet potato cubes with cumin and paprika until caramelized. Then cook lentils in a simple tomato and garlic sauce. Pile everything over a bed of greens or grains and top with a dollop of tahini dressing or plain yogurt. The sweetness of the potatoes balances the earthy lentils, and every bite feels warm and satisfying. For a nut-free dressing, just whisk tahini with lemon and water, or swap in a simple vinaigrette. This bowl makes you feel nourished and energized, not weighed down. Now let's shift gears to a quick, no-oven Mediterranean dinner that comes together in under 15 minutes. A Mediterranean chickpea omelette, or vegan frittata, is a fantastic egg-free option that still feels like a real meal. It's perfect for those nights when you want something protein-packed but super fast to pull off. Whisk chickpea flour with water, salt, and a pinch of turmeric for color, then pour it into a hot skillet with sautéed spinach, cherry tomatoes, and olives. Cook it like a thick pancake until golden on the bottom, then flip or finish under the broiler. The texture is soft and satisfying, almost like a dense quiche without any dairy or eggs. Add a handful of chopped fresh herbs like parsley or dill right before serving for an extra pop of flavor. It's a total crowd pleaser, and nobody will guess it's egg-free. Let's keep the Mediterranean momentum going with a one-skillet shrimp dish that's bursting with garlic and lemon. Garlic lemon shrimp with orzo and spinach is basically a Greek-inspired weeknight miracle. It cooks in less than 20 minutes and everything happens in one pan, so you barely have to think about it. Saute shrimp with garlic and a pinch of red pepper flakes, then add orzo and chicken or vegetable broth. Let the orzo absorb the liquid while it cooks, then stir in fresh spinach until it wilts. A squeeze of lemon and a handful of fresh dill brighten the whole dish and make it feel restaurant quality. If you're avoiding gluten, use gluten-free orzo or swap in rice and adjust the liquid. People love the combination of tender shrimp, creamy orzo, and that zesty, garlicky finish. Next up is a Mediterranean wrap that's packed with flavor and perfect for meal prep. Mediterranean chicken souvlaki wraps are a fast, handheld dinner that feels like takeout but is way healthier. They come together in about 20 minutes, especially if you prep the marinade the night before. Marinate chicken strips in olive oil, lemon, garlic, and oregano, then grill or pan-sear until juicy and charred. Warm up some pita or flatbread and load it with the chicken, fresh tomatoes, red onion, and a drizzle of tzatziki. A sprinkle of feta and a handful of arugula add creaminess and a peppery bite. For a dairy-free version, use a simple tahini sauce or skip the cheese altogether. These wraps are always a hit because they're messy in the best way and incredibly satisfying. There's one more Mediterranean dinner idea coming up that's perfect for when you're craving something warm and cheesy without the fuss. This next dish is one of those feel-good meals that looks fancy but actually comes together in no time. It's perfect for busy weeknights when you want something hearty without spending an hour in the kitchen. You just hollow out some zucchini, then fill them with a savory mix of seasoned ground meat or lentils, cooked rice, fresh herbs, and a little tomato sauce. Pop them in the oven and let them bake until the zucchini is tender and the tops are lightly golden. A sprinkle of feta or dairy-free cheese right at the end adds that tangy Mediterranean finish. If you're short on time, you can even swap the rice for leftover quinoa or cauliflower rice. The best part is how the zucchini soaks up all the flavors, making every bite soft and satisfying. And once you've mastered that stuffed veggie trick, you're ready for another easy idea. You know, cooking for different needs can sometimes feel lonely, but it doesn't have to. This whole collection of Mediterranean dinners is just one example of what we share here at Healthy Bites Tribe. When you subscribe, you're joining a community of people who understand the ups and downs of allergy-friendly and healthier cooking. Over at www.healthybitestribe.com, you can connect with others in the community chat, share your own swaps, ask questions, and get encouragement from folks who get it. You're not cooking alone, we're all in this together. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe and come join us online. I'd love to see you there, and I promise you'll feel right at home. If you ever want a pizza night that feels a little lighter but still totally indulgent, this Mediterranean flatbread is the answer. It uses store-bought flatbread or naan as the base, so there's zero dough work involved. You spread a generous layer of hummus right onto the flatbread, then top it with chopped cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, olives, red onion, and crumbled feta, a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of oregano, then into a hot oven for just a few minutes. The hummus gets warm and creamy, while the veggies stay fresh and crisp. For a dairy-free version, skip the feta and add some toasted pine nuts or extra olives for that salty kick. This pizza feels like a little vacation on a plate, and it's ready faster than delivery. Once you taste how good that hummus base is, you'll be excited to try another no-fuss dinner. This cold couscous salad is the kind of dish you can throw together in minutes, especially if you prep a few things ahead. It's a lifesaver on nights when you don't want to turn on the stove for long. You simply cook pro couscous according to the package, let it cool, then toss it with canned chickpeas, diced cucumber, halved cherry tomatoes, red onion, and plenty of fresh parsley. A simple lemon and olive oil dressing brings everything together with a pinch of salt and pepper. You can also add crumbled feta or a handful of Kalamata olives for extra Mediterranean flair. To make it nut-free and top 8 friendly, just leave out any pine nuts and double up on the chickpeas. This salad is so refreshing and filling, you might even want it for lunch the next day. It's one of those meals that proves simple ingredients can be incredibly satisfying, and the next dish keeps that same energy. These lemon garlic chicken skewers are a classic for a reason, and they couldn't be easier for a busy weeknight. They cook up fast on a grill pan or under the broiler, so dinner is ready in under 20 minutes. You just marinate chunks of chicken breast in lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, oregano, and a pinch of salt, then thread them onto skewers. While they cook, you can whip up a quick tzatziki using plain Greek yogurt, grated cucumber, garlic, and a squeeze of lemon. Serve the skewers over a simple salad or alongside warm pita for a complete meal. If you want to keep it dairy-free, swap the tzatziki for a basic tahini lemon sauce instead. The chicken comes out juicy and bright with that irresistible Mediterranean aroma. Once you've got that skewer method down, you'll want to keep going with one more cozy dish to round things out. This roasted red pepper and walnut dip, sometimes called mahamara, is a total crowd pleaser that doubles as a quick dinner. It's perfect for those nights when you want something a little different, but still light and satisfying. You just blend roasted red peppers, jarred works great, toasted walnuts, breadcrumbs, olive oil, garlic, and a touch of smoked paprika and cumin. The result is a thick, smoky, slightly sweet dip that's incredible scooped up with warm pita or crunchy veggie sticks. You can serve it as a main with a side salad, or even spread it on a wrap for a quick sandwich. To make it nut-free, replace the walnuts with sunflower seeds and use gluten-free breadcrumbs if needed. The dip is so rich and flavorful, nobody will believe it took just 5 minutes to make. And with that bowl of goodness on the table, you're ready for the final easy Mediterranean dinner idea. For the last dish, we're going with a classic one-pan wonder that feels both cozy and special. Shakshuka is basically eggs gently poached in a spiced tomato and bell pepper sauce, and it's perfect for a busy weeknight. You start by sautéing onions and bell peppers in olive oil, then add canned crushed tomatoes, cumin, paprika, and a pinch of chili flakes. Let it simmer until thick, then make little wells and crack in a few eggs. Cover the pan and cook until the whites are set but the yolks are still runny, just a few minutes. For an allergy-friendly twist, serve it with gluten-free bread or roasted sweet potato slices for dipping. The combination of silky eggs and smoky, tangy sauce is pure comfort in a bowl, and that's a whole week of easy Mediterranean dinners from soup to shakshuka. Hope you enjoy making these as much as we enjoyed sharing them. And there you have it, 18 easy Mediterranean dinners that make busy weeknights feel a little more doable. You can pick and choose the ideas that work best for your family, your schedule, or your dietary needs. Whether you're cooking for allergies, restrictions, or just healthier habits, this collection has something for you. If you enjoyed this roundup, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Healthy Bites Tribe for more real-life meal inspiration. We also have a whole online community waiting for you at www.healthybitestribe.com. There you'll find an AI recipe generator, a meal planner, and easy ways to save and share your favorite dishes. Plus, you can join the community chat to swap tips and encouragement with others who get it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy cooking!